Hello, everyone, and welcome to this interview with Diana Cooper, during which you'll learn how to connect with the magic of the unicorns. My name is George Lizos. I'm a spiritual teacher, intuitive, the author of Be the Guru and the #1 best-selling Lightworkers Gotta Work. If you love connecting with the unicorns and other elementals, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and interviews like it. Diana Cooper received an angelic visitation that transformed her life many years ago. She's now the best-selling author of over 30 books, which have been published in 28 languages. She teaches internationally and is the founder of the Diana Cooper School of White Light, offering certified spiritual teaching courses worldwide. Diana has been communicating with the unicorns for over a decade and showing others how to connect with these magical beings. Her new book with Hay House, The Magic of Unicorns, is available now worldwide. Diana, hello and welcome, and how are you?
I am very well, George, and it's lovely to be here.
It is so lovely to connect with you, especially to talk about unicorns, because as I've told you previously, I was introduced to your work and to the unicorns by your first unicorn book, The Wonder of Unicorns. And I'm so excited to be continuing this conversation about the unicorns to see what they're here to bring into the world at this point in time. But before we jump straight into the content, I want to hear first about your first interaction with the unicorns. How were you introduced to them?
I was sitting on my patio, typing away as I usually do, and had my laptop on my knee. And suddenly I became aware of this energy behind me. And I thought, that's not an angel. And it was a pure white energy. And I thought, oh, it's a unicorn. And then started to communicate with me and said it wanted me to be introduced in the book I was writing then. That was over 10 years ago. And after that, it started to say, come on, write a book about us. And that's what I did. That was The Wonder of Unicorns. And now the world has changed so much in the last 10 years. As you know, unbelievable shifts have happened. So much light coming into the planet. And now so many people are ready to connect with the unicorns that they wanted me to write another book, this time The Magic of Unicorns. Can I hold it up? The Magic of Unicorns, which has just come out and which is a whole new step about the unicorns, their energies, how to connect with them at a higher level, how they can help us, and some really exciting and long meditations that you can actually read and get the energy from.
I love that you... sorry, continue.
And in fact, while I was writing it, what happens is I write the meditations and the energy is coming through me, and I experience it with the unicorns as I'm creating it. And that's when extraordinary things happen to me too. And I have amazing experiences. I'm sure you have the same thing with your writing.
Yes, of course. And I always call upon my unicorn guide, Zeros, to come with me and just be with me while I'm writing as well. Now, I really like the fact that you brought in the angels, because a question that usually comes up when it comes to like talking about unicorns and teaching about unicorns and different types of spirit guides is that how are they different from the angels, for example? You talk in the book that they come from the angelic realm. So do you want to talk a little bit about the distinction between the difference between angels, unicorns, and their purpose?
Yes, and this is about the angelic realms, and the angelic realms also include the dragons. So the dragons can go into deep, dense energies and clear them. They are very wise. They are fully of the angelic realms. Then there are all the different frequencies of the angels. Now, they don't like me to say hierarchy because they say that's max of, better than. And it's not to do with hierarchy. It's to do with just the different frequency bands that they are individually working on. And so you get from the guardian angels, who are 7th dimensional, right up to the seraphim, who are 12th dimensional, all on different frequency bands, all doing different things to help us. And right now we are so connected to the archangels, and they are helping us in a million ways. And they all work on different color rays and bring in different energies. Nearly everybody knows Archangel Michael, who's helping us with protection and strength and in charge of the throat chakra, and Archangel Raphael, who is the healing archangel in charge of the third eye and also of abundance. And they sing over us, they guide us, they look after us and protect us. Your guardian angel holds your divine blueprint and is constantly just whispering encouragement to you to try to get you to make the decisions that will help you on your soul path. But of course, we have total free will to ignore it all and make our own decisions. But you know, when they've told you, do not have that relationship, and you still insist on going in for that relationship, they stick around to pick up the pieces without any judgment, just standing there helping you. Quite amazing, unconditional love. And then there are the unicorns on the purest white energy levels, and they pour blessings onto you. Their third eyes wide open with a horn of spiraling light. As you know, that's what it is. And so they can touch you anywhere. They can touch any of your chakras, but they most especially work by touching your third eye to open you up to higher energies, touch your heart center to expand your heart, and to pour their blessings over you. So they literally pour light over you and try to help you and heal you in that way. And if I see something on television where there's a war zone or something unfair has happened, I always send the dragons to burn up the lower energies, the angels to sing over the people, touch them and comfort them, and the unicorns to pour in the highest light. So they all have their different roles and their different parts.
And it's amazing. I work, as you just mentioned. So just to recap for everybody listening. So we have the angelic realms and different frequencies within the angelic realms. We have the dragons that can go deep into the shadow and like burn negative energy. We have the angels that are there to keep supporting us, to keep sending the messages, however many mistakes or however many times we ignore their signs. And then we have the unicorns to bring in this high light energy. And I remember the first time reading your book, your first book on the wonder of unicorns, when I asked my unicorn guide to touch my third eye chakra, I felt this like sensation, this piercing sensation through my entire body. And I've been using it consistently, Diana, ever since right now. Every single morning, I go through my process of clearing my energy with my dragon guide, like burning all the negative energy, like going deep and dirty, like to delete everything. And then I ask my unicorn to just touch me. And it fills me with this white light where as I zoom into it, it turns like rainbowy sort of. It's very ethereal. So it creates this magical bubble of like rainbow white light all around me. And I feel like high on life every single day as a result. I love their energy.
It's interesting you say that, because one of the exercises that they gave me in the Magic of Unicorns was about connecting with the archangels. And as you know, each archangel has a gem that, like Michael's is the sapphire, and that's a material form of his energy. And at the same time, out in the cosmos, he has a great cosmic sapphire. And when you enter it, then you receive all his energies multiplied. But when a unicorn touches it, when you're inside it, you're on fire. And I did this with Archangel Gabriel's diamond. And I was out in the cosmos, sitting in that diamond in meditation and feeling the facets cutting everything away and bringing me joy and light and purification. And then my unicorn came and touched it and illuminated it with unicorn energy. And oh, wow, what you described. I felt I was ablaze with light. It was extraordinary. And I share these exercises in the book so that people can go through them themselves. And it really is awesome.
Yeah, and I can't wait for people to experience that, because the energy of unicorns just amplifies, as you just said, everything. Now, I was wondering, are there different types of unicorns that offer different types of energies as well?
Well, there are different frequencies of unicorn. So there are unicorns that come in at the 9th dimension or 7th dimension, and they will touch those who are ready for that. And they might take people to bathe, say, in a pool of Christ light at a 5th dimensional level. And then there are the 9th dimensional unicorns. And recently we've been touched by 10th dimensional unicorns, which is totally awesome. And sometimes you can tell because they have different colored horns of light, and you can see which frequency they're on. And you know, frequency doesn't mean that one is better than another. It just means that's where they're working on. Just like if you go to one television channel because you feel that's what you want to watch that night, that's right for you then. And another television channel that you've tuned into is on a different wavelength, just like the unicorns are on different wavelengths. And they all bring something different and wonderful to you. I've had extraordinary things happening since people have been reading The Magic of Unicorns and watching the pilot for my new documentary about unicorns, which we talked about. Please watch it and like it if you can. It's on YouTube. People have been telling me amazing experiences that have been triggered by unicorns. Even just watching the teasers, I was getting emails. Somebody told me that she'd never had anything to do with unicorns, but she watched a teaser for the unicorn documentary, and a unicorn came into her dream that night, and she knew that she had received an extraordinary energy. And somebody else told me they'd watched the documentary, and after they'd watched it, he worked as a barber, a unicorn would be by his side, and he'd see it and feel it, and it would give him messages for his clients. So they didn't just get a haircut, but a message and the energy from the unicorn as well. Quite extraordinary.
Imagine going for a haircut and coming out with a unicorn guide.
but how wonderful.
Yeah.
People are doing this now and actually allowing it. And obviously he must have been ready, because the unicorn must have seen that light and allowed it to happen.
Speaking of readiness, do we all have a unicorn guide, or do we have to qualify, quote unquote, for one?
In the golden era of Atlantis, everyone who was incarnated then had a unicorn guide that they were very connected to. Now, well, at the end of Atlantis, they had to withdraw because the energy went down, and they are so pure that they cannot connect with the lower energy. And like if you're healing with crystals, ask a unicorn to help you. And if you're not got the highest, purest intent, crystal simply won't operate. It won't activate at all. So the unicorns bring in that energy of purity. And so, yeah, it's just completely awesome the way they have been coming in and helping people and making shifts.
Because we're more and more ready for it. So as you've just said in the beginning of this interview, things are changing right now. Hence, you had to write the second book as a next step, as a sequel to the first book. Now, I was wondering...
I didn't think I could have anything more to say, but as soon as I started to write it, as you know, it came with all sorts of information.
Yeah, because we're going through these, like, the ascension is like speeding up right now, or like everything is changing. We're in this massive spiritual chrysalis transforming into a beautiful collective butterfly. So I was wondering, what is the intention and the purpose of unicorns with regards to this ascension journey we're on right now, culminating, is it 2032?
Yeah, well, that's when the new energies come in fully for the new golden age. Their purpose is to help us. And I'm sorry, I didn't fully answer your previous question, which is that when your energy reaches a certain level, and light level, then the unicorns can come back to you. And many people are finding their unicorns very familiar because they've known them before. And now they've raised their level of light so their unicorns can connect with them again. And they're connecting now to help clear our pathway ahead, to light it up, to illuminate the higher possibilities to enable our ascension now.
I love it. And I was wondering, what are some ways that the unicorns try to get our attention? You know, the angels always like give us like little numbers sometimes, or feathers, or like repetitive signs or dreams. Are the unicorns the same, or do they have something that's more like, I don't know, distinctive?
The unicorns are very diverse. They also leave little white feathers, but I mean, they can do anything. You can pass a car and it says unique on it for the number, that sort of thing. And I have to tell you this story because I was talking to this producer about making a unicorn documentary pilot because we want to try and get it out there into one of the television companies, get them to take it on. And he didn't know anything about unicorns, as most people don't. He'd never heard of them or worked with them or anything, but he was very intrigued by it, and he sat down to write a contract. Then he went for a walk, and he took the dog for the walk, and he put the bag in the bin as one does, and when he opened the lid, there was a unicorn toy in there. And he ran home saying, this has got to be a sign. But it didn't end there, because that night he went for a walk to post the contract, actually to post the documentary contract. And he got to the corner, and there were these three people standing on the corner. And as he walked past, one turned to the other and said, I can't wait to wear my unicorn horn tonight. He couldn't make it up. And he said, it's got to be a sign.
This is, I love these stories, especially when quote unquote muggles, this is how I love when we call them, like discover like the angels or the unicorns and they suddenly become believers. Best story ever.
Oh, no, they're just amazing.
So I remember when I first read your first book on the unicorns, the exercise that stood out for me that I still do up to this very day is taking a unicorn shower, which I find like just like the best and easiest process and meditation to connect with a unicorn. So I was wondering whether you can quickly just talk a little bit about what a unicorn shower is and what it can help us with.
It can help us with anything, because what it does is it literally clears our frequency outside and internally. So it can heal, it can touch you with a higher inspiration, increase your aspirations. It can do anything, because also, I know you know this, but if you've got a challenge or an illness at this frequency, then of course you stay stuck there unless you raise your frequency. The unicorns come in and take you here. Then this illness, this problem, this challenge, it can't find you anymore. And so it disappears because you are with the unicorns at a higher level. So if you want to have a unicorn shower or blessing evening, even, you can be in a physical shower if you want to. And it's, of course, that's especially wonderful because water already carries the Christ light, and unicorns carry very high frequency Christ light. All you do is close your eyes and ground yourself. And if you're in a physical shower, you turn the water on and you feel it coming right over you, cleansing and purifying you. And you ask your unicorn to come above you and pour their light and their blessings in a shower over you. And that light is flowing outside you, clearing your aura, washing away any old stuff, any lower thoughts that you've had, just freeing you. If anybody else's thoughts have come into your aura, it's washing all of that away. Feel that for a moment. And then feel this high frequency etheric light coming right down through inside your mind, washing, clearing your mind with pure white light. And coming right down through your head and your throat, right down, down through your heart, down through your solar plexus, washing away old fears, old hurts, just allowing them to dissolve. Down through all your digestive areas, your sexual areas, down your legs, and just washing down through your feet into the earth. And at this moment, your unicorn is right with you, purifying you, loving you, illuminating you with its light. All is well. And then just open your eyes.
Wow, it was so deep and high vibe. I'm having like a struggle coming into the real world, if that makes sense.
They are. You don't have to do anything. It's just allow yourself to receive them.
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, Diana, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful meditation with us, for answering all our questions about the unicorns. I can't wait for people to read The Magic of Unicorns, which is now available globally. You can get it on Amazon or via Hay House or any bookshop around the world. And of course, go check out the unicorn documentary is it on YouTube? Where is it, Diana? Where can people get?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Just so go into your YouTube app and put in Diana Cooper, and it's the top one or the second one.
Yes, and of course, all the videos and the links are in the description below, so you can check them out. Diana, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, George.